Well, Graham, I'm getting a bit worried. No petrol in the engine, 2 paddles, a boat. There's a bit of land over there, but there's an awful lot of ocean here. And so, anyway, look, whilst we're waiting, I think we should have a little bit of a chat. I want to get to the bottom of the difference between authentication and authorization. I mean, I hear people talking about the differences, but I don't really understand it. So, starting with authentication, what do you think that? Can you tell me what that is?
Well, yeah, the two terms are often confused. In fact, I was at the Gartner Catalyst conference a couple of years ago, and even the presenters were confusing the terms. The authentication is that initial access to your computer resources.
Right, like Active Directory or something like that.
It could be your credentials are kept in Active Directory or eDirectory. It'll be a directory service that's supporting your access, and it is you log on using a username and a password typically, although you can have higher levels of authentication if you need. But it is that initial log on to your computer's resources that's actually the act of authentication. Authorization is once you're logged on, are you authorized to get access to?
Right.
That could be a computer application, it could be a protected resource like a document repository or something like that. And authorization can get quite complicated.
Right, okay, so if I use an example for me to help me understand it, like one of my analogies. So authentication is like giving you access to a building. Is that right? And
yes.
Then an authorization is, well, I'm going to be authorized to access, let's say, room number 36, computer 121, this particular network, and this particular application. And for this particular application, I'm going to be able to create purchase orders, but I'm not going to be able to pay them.
That sort of thing, yes.
Right.
It gives you that additional information to let you know what you can get access to.
And are there any standards that we have to be consider about in those sorts of circumstances?
Certainly. And in fact, in the authorization space, there's a very good protocol called XACML, which can give you very fine-grained access, even down to what time of day can you access this particular resource.
Okay,
but that's really the subject of another cogitation.
And then also perhaps on another cogitation we can also perhaps have this conversation around something like single sign-on, and perhaps we can talk about that as well.
Certainly.
I think. Now, you must have sent out a radio message about it,
so.
because look at here, we've got air sea rescues just coming to get us. Look, it's coming in and landing, and we're going to be fine for the rest of the day.
Excellent, thanks for that, Andrew. What do you reckon? Why did you keep paddling us in?
I didn't. I was trying to paddle us out.
You were paddling us in.
No, I was trying to paddle us out.
You were paddling us in. I don't know.
Okay, rescue's on the way.